Good morning, friends. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Nicole. If you are new to this channel, welcome. I post new videos every Friday, and then once a month I give you a day in the life vlog of my Sunday Funday. At the beginning of this year, I decided to be more intentional about taking a full day a week off of work. That means no working, no editing, no anything work related, only fun things. So I've decided to take one of those Sundays a month to film the journey and take you along with me and maybe inspire you to take a day off as well. It just so happens that Valentine's Day is on a Sunday this month, so I couldn't think of a better Sunday Funday to film than today. Happy Valentine's Day, even though by the time you'll be watching this video, it won't be Valentine's Day anymore. Today we have a really fun day planned. I'm about to make some heart-shaped pancakes and some coffee, and then I've got some grocery shopping I need to do because I'm hosting a little Valentine's Day PJ and fondue dinner night for some of my best girlfriends. So lots of fun things. I can't wait to take you on this journey with me, but happy Valentine's Day and happy Sunday Funday. I'm gonna try to do latte art. I've never successfully done this, so my friend told me to go in circles. But this is definitely not happening. Dang it! That was really anticlimactic. Okay, well, maybe tomorrow. I've been putting this Flavor God's gingerbread cookie seasoning on top of my coffee, mainly because I don't know what you're supposed to use this for. It makes me feel like I'm at Starbucks when they add the little thingies to the top. Look how fun that is. I just spent like an hour reading and journaling, and it just is so good. I love this part of my day, and Sundays are my favorite because I don't have to rush out of that. I do this every morning, but I always have it on like a time schedule because I have to get going with my work day. But Sundays are my favorite because I can just sit in peace and take as long as I want. The other day I was scrolling through some YouTube comments, and one of you said that you love my food videos, but you don't really know about me and other parts of my life. I love that because I actually kind of forgot that I don't share a lot about these other things now that I do so much food, and so I thought it'd be fun. I just want to kind of give you maybe like a little Cliff Notes summary of who I am, what I'm all about, some little fun facts. If at any point you have any other questions about me or my life, feel free to drop them in the comments below, but let me see if I can give you a quick summary. So I'm from a really small town in Washington State called Kennewick. I've lived there my whole life with my family. I've got one older sister, my parents are still together, and we've got one little wiener dog named Molly. She's 18 years old, the only dog I've ever had. She's the best. Growing up, I wanted to move to LA and be Hannah Montana. It was my dream to be on Disney Channel. Low-key, if anyone else, if that was your dream, please let me know because I need to be your friend. Always had this dream of living in Hollywood, being on Disney Channel, and so the way I kind of got that creative energy out as a kid was by making YouTube videos. I started a YouTube channel in the 8th grade, so I've had this channel for forever, but I didn't really know what it was. I was just making stupid music videos with my friends and teaching myself how to edit. At the same time, I was a competitive dancer. I've been dancing ever since I was 2. I was trained in tap, jazz, ballet, lyrical, hip hop, musical theater, and modern. So pretty much covered it all. I was in the studio about 10.5 hours a week, competing on the weekends. And at the time, I thought that I wanted to move to New York and be a professional dancer. The Hannah Montana acting thing was always a dream, but it was kind of a far off one. What I really thought was more practical for myself was to be a professional dancer. I also competed in pageants. I did the scholarship pageants that were focused on being your natural self and instilling life skills like learning how to speak in public, learning how to interview for a job, learning how to make friends, really basic things that I believe are important for any young person to know. They truly changed my life. I was a very shy person. I never wanted to kind of branch out of my shell. I was really quiet. Pageants helped me to gain confidence in myself and really realize the potential that I had and what my dreams were. So I did that. I won my first title when I was in 8th grade. I won a national title through a program called National American Miss. Changed my life. I now work for the organization started off as a choreographer, and now I do all of their photo and video content for their social media and their website. So it's really amazing. I love those people. And then in high school, I started competing for the Miss America organization. That was about a 4 or 5 year journey, but this scholarship program ended up affording me about $60,000 in college scholarships, which allowed me to graduate debt-free. So it's definitely a huge part of my journey. I also competed in a program called Distinguished Young Woman, and I only say all this because it was such a big part of my life. You know, it took up years of a time when I was holding these titles, which is what allowed me to travel across the country, speak in different places, and really give me all of these really unique life experiences that to some person who doesn't know the story can seem kind of random. But I won the national program for Distinguished Young Woman, and I was the Distinguished Young Woman of America in 2013. So my freshman year of college, I ended up moving to California. I went to film school at Chapman University. I was also holding that national title my freshman year, which was such an incredible opportunity. It really was such a special year, but it also was really hard. And I didn't talk about that a lot because I felt a lot of pressure, a lot of it that I put on myself to maintain this unrealistic expectation I felt that everybody had for me. And because I held this national title and my life was somewhat glamorous and shiny and I was traveling a lot while also going to school, I thought that that meant I could never have a bad day and I could never mess up and I could never show people my flaws because then they would think less of me or I would not have as many friends. And so I kind of suppressed all of those things down and never talked about it, but I was really struggling. I struggled with an eating disorder for about 5 years and I didn't know how to get help. I didn't even know how to talk about it, and I didn't want to talk about it because I was ashamed. I felt like I was going through it all alone. And I thought if I open up about this, people will think I'm crazy because I'm the only one. And so I stayed quiet and I isolated myself. And looking back now, I know that that was the biggest lie and probably the worst thing I could have done because it just made it worse. I truly did not experience healing and change until I opened up about it. And so I took a break from competing after my freshman year just because I was so burnt out. I had always wanted to be Miss America when I was younger, and that's why I started competing in pageants. But after that year as the Distinguished Young Woman of America, I was burnt out big time. Took a break, and then I studied abroad in New Zealand my junior year of college. I lived in that country for 6 months and it absolutely changed my life. I love New Zealand. If there's anyone watching who is from New Zealand or if you've ever visited New Zealand, please comment below. Tell me where your favorite place to go is or where you live if you live there. I loved New Zealand, and when that year was special because I traveled to 9 countries that year. At the beginning of the year, I lived in England for a month and I went to Scotland, Germany, Belgium, the Netherlands, and then went to New Zealand at the end of the year and also traveled to Australia and Fiji. And I forgot to mention this part of the story. I started a photography business my freshman year of high school and had been doing photography for close to 6 or 7 years at that point. And so I decided to start this blog. It was going to be a travel blog originally, and it was around that same time that I had got hired as a pastry chef randomly at my university. I wasn't looking for the job, I wasn't applying for the job, but I got into a conversation with the executive chef at my school and he hired me on the spot. So I just decided to take a risk and I said yes. I had no idea what I was doing. Truthfully, I don't know why they hired me because they didn't even know if I could bake, and I couldn't. So I worked in a commercial kitchen for 4 years, didn't know a thing. They taught me everything I know, and it was one of the most fun things I have ever done. But a lot of the people I was serving always wanted the recipes for what I was baking, and so I figured, well, nobody reads my blog, I'll just throw the recipes on the blog too. So this blog turned into documentation of my travels around the world plus recipes. So it started to become a food and travel blog, and I paired those two things together and started to write about different restaurants and food and things you should do, and started forming itineraries and travel guides for people who were going to these different countries, because I was getting so many questions on social media about like, hey, where should I go? What do you recommend? Do you have any suggestions for this location? So instead of typing out the same DM to all these different people, I just compiled everything and threw it on the blog. When I got back from New Zealand, I officially changed the name to Nicole the Nomad. That's what my business, my brand is called. Nomad is not my last name. It is Nicole the Nomad. A lot of people didn't know that. Right when I got back from New Zealand, I competed for Miss California. So I was Miss City of Orange, which led me to Miss California the next year because I was still going to school in the state. And then after my senior year of college, when I graduated, I moved back home to Washington and I competed for Miss Washington 3 weeks later, and I won. So right after I won Miss Washington, they moved me to Seattle the next day, and then I had 2 months of intense training before Miss America. I competed in Miss America in the fall, and then my full-time job for the rest of the year right out of college was to be Miss Washington. People always kind of think that that's kind of crazy when I say that, but it was my full-time job. I was traveling close to every 3 to 4 days on average, speaking in elementary schools, middle schools, volunteering, hosting events, you name it. Wherever someone wanted Miss Washington, I was there. So that was such an incredible year, and you can find more on that if you do some research, but super, super fun. And then when I gave up my title for that, I decided to pack up my car and move back to LA. And I didn't have a job. I did not have a job when I moved back to LA. I have been freelancing for the almost 3 years that I've been here. Really thought it was gonna be photography for the longest time. I kind of went headfirst into developing my website and my business to do wedding photography, engagement photos. Back when Disney was open, I used to do family photo shoots and engagement photo shoots at the parks, which was the best ever, but also trying to like kind of make this whole YouTube blog thing work, and it wasn't. But I stuck with it, and luckily when TikTok came around, it was a miracle. Everything kind of blew up this last year, as you know if you have found me through TikTok, but started making videos on smoothie bowls, all types of food things, Disney recipes, and I'm just so thankful and so blessed that this family and this community here has grown to what it is. Truly, you guys are like the best ever, and I cannot thank you enough. Gosh, I feel like now this is such a long story. I tried to make this short and condensed. That is kind of what led me to what I'm doing now, which I'm again so lucky to be able to be doing YouTube and social media full time. Thanks to you, because you watch, because you like, because you comment, and that you subscribe, I'm able to do this. So I just want to like throw that out there, that I do not take that for granted. I don't take it lightly because I'm super, super thankful, but I have a lot of really fun and exciting things coming up. I just hope that that little backstory and snippet piece of my life helps put some of the puzzle pieces together for those of you that are like, who is this girl? All she does is spit out recipes, and truly that's why I want to focus more on these vlogs. I love posting these vlogs once a month where you get to see things that are not just me in the kitchen spitting out recipes, because I'm a real human. I have a real life. I do really cool things, and I love sharing that with you. So if you have any more questions, if there's anything else specifically you want to know about, maybe I can make a video on that. Maybe one of these days we should do like a Q&A where I drop one of those boxes on Instagram and have you guys submit questions and then I answer them, because I do have a lot of really crazy, random, seemingly unrelated life experiences that I have had in my life that I think would be fun to talk about. Now I'm gonna go to the park. I really want to go on a walk today because the sun is shining, and then gonna do some grocery shopping for our Valentine's dinner. Let's go. Okay, but first we gotta address this pants situation. I got these leggings a few years ago from LuLaRoe, and I cannot give them up because they're literally my favorite thing to wear. I wear them once a year on this day. So here's to our Valentine's leggings. There's a park right across the street from where I live, and it's my favorite thing to come out here and walk. They've got this really nice trail. It's kind of hidden. I never knew this park existed, but I feel like it's like the central park of LA. It's a nice little escape from the city, you know? friends are here. It's dinner time. Oh, this makes me so happy. These are my gal pals. Hi, this is Mary.
Hello.
Virginia, and y'all know Katie. Look at our spread, y'all. I just don't know if it's gonna taste good, so we'll report back. Okay, the cheese was a massive success. I just realized that we didn't film to give a report. It was really yummy, but now we've moved on to chocolate. We got all of our dunkers. I'm doing some Oreos and Nilla wafers. What you got over there?
Little strawberry, little marshmallow.
Yours is so pretty. Oh my gosh.
Aesthetic, you know.
How's yours?
I raise a hallelujah. So good.
Virginia, how is your fondue?
It's awesome. Thank you for asking.
Welcome to my channel. My name's Nicole, and I really hope you enjoy Sunday Funday.
All right, get in here, kids. Yay! Oh my gosh, this was so fun. Happy Valentine's Day, even though when you watch this, it's not Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day
great.
from us to you.
If you love this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already part of the family, because we want you to join the best family ever. Love you so much. Happy Valentine's Day. See you next week. Bye!